Ethan had always been quiet, the kind of guy who stayed out of drama and kept to himself. So when Lena, the new girl in school, took an intense interest in him, he felt both flattered and a bit uneasy. She was always near him in the hallways, at lunch, even waiting outside his classes. At first, he thought it was just a crush, but soon it felt like she was everywhere. One day, Ethan found a small notebook in his locker. Inside were detailed notes about him, what he wore each day, the things he'd said, even sketches of him sitting in different classes. On the last page was a message: "I'm watching you. We'll be together soon." Ethan's friends tried to laugh it off, saying it was just a harmless crush, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Lena began showing up in places she shouldn't know. He'd be like his favorite spot by the library where he went to study alone. One night, Ethan got a text from an unknown number. It was a photo of him in his bedroom, taken through his window. Panicked, he checked outside, but there was no one there. When he confronted Lena the next day, she just smiled, a strange, cold look in her eyes, and said, "You can't get rid of me, Ethan. I'll always find you." Disturbed, he went to the school counselor, but no one took him seriously. They thought he was overreacting, that Lena was harmless. Then, one evening, he got home to find his bedroom door slightly open. Inside, his room was covered in photos of him with Lena, photos that didn't exist, with her photoshopped to look like they were together. There were love letters scattered across his bed, each one signed in her handwriting. In the middle of the room, there was a single red rose and a note that read, "If I can't have you, no one will." Terrified, Ethan ran to his parents, and they called the police. But by the time they arrived, the photos and notes had disappeared. Lena was nowhere to be found. She never came back to school, and no one ever saw her again. But sometimes, late at night, Ethan still gets texts from unknown numbers, photos of him taken from just outside his window, and that familiar, haunting message, "We'll be together soon."